hit that subscribe button, guys. You know what I was thinking? I was thinking Dillian Whyte should face Dominic Breazeale. Because if you look at the current WBC heavyweight rankings, Dillian Whyte is number 1 and Dominic Breazeale is number 2. And the reason why I'm thinking Dillian Whyte should face Dominic Breazeale is because both Dillian Whyte and Dominic Breazeale have been calling out Deontay Wilder because, like I said, they're both listed as, Dillian Whyte is listed as the mandatory, and I guess Dominic Breazeale was listed also as the mandatory because they both keep saying that they're both the mandatory for Deontay Wilder. Dillian Whyte has been trying to get a big fight for a long time. I know he has a upcoming fight with Lucas Browne later this month. I personally think he's going to easily defeat Lucas Browne. If he doesn't defeat Lucas Browne, he should retire. He should retire from the sport of boxing because he'll never be a champion if he can't beat Lucas Browne. So that being said, though, he should beat Lucas Browne. So what I think they should do is, because as far as I'm concerned, Dominic Breazeale doesn't have an opponent currently, right? He doesn't have an opponent. So both Dominic Breazeale, and I actually think this is good for Anthony Joshua versus Deontay Wilder, the build-up, because both Dominic Breazeale and Dillian Whyte fought Anthony Joshua, and they both got knocked out by him. So let's say Dillian Whyte beats Lucas Browne, as he should, and then let's say next he fights Dominic Breazeale for like a title eliminator, and then let's say the winner of that fight should fight Deontay Wilder. And what's going to be good about the winner of whoever fights Deontay Wilder is, like I said, there's going to have a common opponent of Anthony Joshua. So if Dominic Breazeale beats Dillian Whyte, you know, then let's say he fights Wilder, and let's say Wilder knocks out Dominic Breazeale in better and faster fashion, then that's just going to make the fight even bigger. Or, you know, vice versa. Let's say Dillian Whyte beats Dominic Breazeale, because I would actually be picking Dillian Whyte to beat Dominic Breazeale, because I think Dillian Whyte's a better talent than Dominic Breazeale. Let's say Dillian Whyte beats him, and then he finally gets that big fight that he wants with Wilder, because, you know, a lot of Dillian Whyte fans want him to fight Wilder because they think he could beat Wilder. Let's say he fights Wilder and he gets knocked out, and trust me, he will get knocked out. That's just going to make the fight even bigger, especially if it happened in the UK. I personally think that Wilder beats both Dillian Whyte and Dominic Breazeale. Dominic Breazeale has a lot of heart. Tremendous heart. He's a warrior, but he's very limited. He's limited in his boxing ability, and he has absolutely no defense. He has one of the worst defense in boxing, in the heavyweight division. That's why when you see his face, he always looks like, you know, he has a bowling ball in the side of his head, because he uses his face as a way to block punches. You know, he uses his face as defense. So that's why he's always getting beat up, and that's why he always loses. And that's why he might have some type of neurological condition later on in his career if he keeps taking punishment like that. But when it comes to Dillian Whyte, I think he's a better talent than Dominic Breazeale, but I still would be picking him to lose against Wilder, because Dillian Whyte is made to order for Wilder, because he comes forward and he's very stationary, no head movement. A slow heavyweight like Robert Helenius was able to land on his chin and hurt him and buckle him. Deontay Wilder is miles ahead in terms of speed, and he's a way bigger puncher than Robert Helenius. If he caught Dillian Whyte, he will not only hurt him, but he'll finish him off. But that would just make the fight bigger, because I have a big feeling that Joshua is going to end up fighting Jarrell Miller later, if he gets past Joseph Parker, that is. It's a tough fight, but let's say he gets past him. Then, like, say in the summer he makes his U.S. debut against Jarrell Miller. Who is Deontay Wilder gonna fight? You know, during that time when Joshua is facing Jarrell Miller. Perfect. It will be perfect for him to fight Like I said, the winner, Dominic Breazeale or Dillian Whyte. And then if he knocks that guy out, then that would just make the fight even bigger. You know, Joshua just beat, because I would be picking Joshua to beat Joe Miller. Joshua beats Joe Miller in the U.S. Now more American fans know who he is. And like say if Dillian Whyte beats Dominic Breazeale and Wilder beats Dillian Whyte in the UK, not more UK boxing fans will know who he is, and that will make the fight even bigger. People will want to make it even bigger. Again, if it was up to me, I would want to see Joshua versus Wilder this summer next up. But as we know, that's not the way boxing works. Promoters are trying to build the fights up. They're trying to make the fight as popular as they possibly could, because they want to make money from the fight. And the way you make money from the fight is if you sell a lot of tickets. If you sell a lot of tickets, and if you sell a lot of tickets and you promote the fight right, you're gonna make a whole bunch of money, a hell of a lot of money. You're gonna, you know, and that's what promoters want. They want that green, that paper, that money, that bread. So that's why they try to have fights. They try to build the fight up between two fighters the right way. So like I said, I think this will be a good way to build up this fight. Like I said, Wilder faces the winner of Dominic Breazeale and Dillian Whyte. That's all to say, guys. Subscribe for daily boxing videos. I'm out.